5.
Hello, 5 Beats for Live. We are back with. Ooh, I got someone I can hit with a band hammer. Pardon me, I'm busy.
Boy.
Yeah, it's time to go. Okay, pardon me. I have to ban this person because spam is not fun. Anyway, hello, we're back with Awakenings. Incredible timing for the spammer to come bother us, but we're back with we're here with episode 4. We'll do our usual, which is let everyone introduce themselves, where you can find them, other projects they may have, and then we're gonna hop into the recap and try to save our darling boy Cal. As the team will do their
He's so
best.
precious, though.
He is. He's like the team mascot. But I will start with I think Joe this time. I think Joe's been last like every time because it's Black History Month, and I'll start with you.
I appreciate it. The long-suffering white man can finally. God, I can't even. I like to commit to those bits, but I can't to that one. Long-suffering my fat ass. Anyway, I'm Joe, and I'm in a different setup. I'm just gonna warn you that because my computer's having issues, I'm on different computers, and this room has motion-sensitive lights, and D&D's not heavy on motion, so it might go dark, but I'll fix that by moving if that happens. Anywho. I'm here a lot. I'm on Foozca's channel. We'll be here tomorrow, wrapping up some Legacy, and I'll be doing other stuff because they can't get rid of me legally. Don't ask. But the rest of the time, I'm on Dispel Logic on Sundays. We're taking a little break for some real-world stuff, but we'll be back when we're back, and it'll be great. And sometimes I'm on Microcosmic God doing Beaver games, and I'm still planning on doing a Mass Effect rando thing when I get the time. But that's me. Oh, I'm also playing Ben Rivard. Let's talk about this game. I'm playing Ben. He's a tiefling, and he's mostly a sorcerer, and he's dead. He died. He was killed. He was murdered to death. Nanners, you're also having some tech issues. Talk about it. Or whatever.
I'm Nenners the Laggy. It's a little rough right now. I'm on my crap top. It should only be for one night, hopefully. But everything just happened to co-align to this particular moment. So I play Thelonious. He is a coward and an alchemist. It's kind of a fun combo, and we're gonna see if we could kind of save the shaved heifer that is currently being dragged into who knows where by a devil. Because he has a spicy upbringing. So we'll find out how that goes. Let's see, what else is there? Anything pertinent? Legacy campaign ends tomorrow. And what's the other one? Shadowrun is going to begin in March with Session 0. So we're going to be getting that going. And I think that's it in terms of what I'm doing. Forgive the lag. And if I seem super choppy, it's because my CPU is pegged at 100%. Eva, take it away, please. Eva, sorry.
You're good. Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. I play Rahani in this game. She is also dead. Her hag mom ate her. I don't know if she actually ate her, but we're going to assume she ate her. And both use she, her pronouns. Usually you can find me on Girl That Run These Worlds. Right now, not so much because we had our season finale for Monster Hearts this week. So you won't see me for a little bit until March for Roll for Luck, yay. And then on Sundays for Thirsty Sword Lesbians with Arthurian children. That's on Sundays on Exquisite Corpse Present. So, but for right now, let's just deal with a damsel in distress wearing my shirt.
Said in such words.
Speaking of wearing my shirt, please.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy Xanthos. I am currently playing the curb stomped, molly-whopped, targeted satyr bard named Calcepetus. And yeah, I'm just being dragged off into the darkness by a devil demon boy. You can find me over at twitch.tv/campfire stories, where I am playing a variety of games currently, including but not limited to BioShock 2, Sea of Thieves, Dragon Age Origins, and Baldur's Gate 3. And I also run my own campaign right now. It's my first ever campaign, Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, and that is every other Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And our next session is the 19th.
I like that you play so many games that you have to list them like side effects, just including but not
I do.
limited to.
Yeah.
Runny nose, eyes watering, itching, sores.
I had the audacity to make a schedule, and I was just like, let's pick up Sea of Thieves, World of Warcraft, and like just, it's a lot. But Evie, take it away.
Hello, I am the disembodied voice of Evie, playing the disembodied soul of Locke. I'm in any pronouns, Locke is all pronouns. It just all kind of works today. Normally, you can find me over on Altered Echo Archives, running Empyrean Rising, where we recently finished Foozca's guest run with us, a cipher system-based TTRPG about a bunch of heroes finding themselves amidst a changing world, where they try to be heroes. There was a question last session on if they were actually the bad guys, which the answer might occasionally be yes. I don't know. We're probably answering similar questions among ourselves in this campaign because it's hard to say. It's hard to say. But currently, Locke is trying really hard to also rescue our damsel in distress. Damsel in this shirt dress. I don't know. But yeah, Foozca, hi.
Hello, I'm Foos. I also want to let netters know that despite any lag that you may be feeling, you look nice and crisp on stream, so don't worry about it. I just watched Joe shuffle off screen and it cracked me up. He's back.
I got a wheelie chair. Deal with it.
But hello, I'm Foos. I'm the DM for this short series, Awakenings, and Difficult Terrain on Saturdays. We do have our finale for Legacy tomorrow, but Difficult Terrain will be off this weekend because I'm going to go see my niece for the first time. She was born like a month and a half ago, so we're finally going to go drive over and see her. So I'm going to be gone this weekend, but the rest of us should be about and chilling. So as per usual, this is when we can hop into the recap, announce some inspiration, and jump back into the action. So, as was mentioned with one or two characters, everyone here has died, essentially, and has found themselves in an afterlife of sorts. But while rest of the souls around them seem to be traveling as intended, these five were able to kind of reapparate as a spectral body of their old selves, and seem to be told by an avatar of Oya, who is a guardian of the souls that travel in the afterlife, told to move forward, which was simply just to say move along with the motes, and that sticking together was very helpful for her being able to sense the team, because she doesn't seem to be able to hear or see the five of you, but is able to at least sense where you are. Having traveled and run into some strange spirits along the way that attacked them, the team continued moving on, in which Ben was briefly alerted to his friend attempting to resurrect him, but was unfortunately taken out by the same assassin that took him out as well, meeting briefly
What a
with the
cute
most.
way of saying murder.
He was taken out to dinner, and he had a good time. No. But yes, he was murdered as well, and got to speak with his mote for a moment, in which he was able to let Ben know that there's another friend that's attempting to resurrect him, and that even though he's quite sure that he'll be resurrected in some form, he doesn't think he'll make it back in time. Especially as time here seems to move at a very different rate than time on the material plane. So, with that unfortunate news, the team continued on, and the avatar of Oya seemed to recognize danger further down the path of motes and disappeared. To which you were immediately greeted by a Deva, a disguised Deva, but turned out to, yeah, exactly, a celestial creature that was not such at all, but instead revealed itself to be a devil, and was very fascinated in snatching the clearly fey creature's soul, and an incredible banish move that I still in a way wish fucking worked, but I rolled a ridiculous number and passed. Did not work out, and fighting therefore ensued. It was not looking good for Cal. He has been pretty much knocked out the whole fight. I think you had one turn to yourself, and then it's just been unconsciousness from then on. But in the last round, the devil was able to knock out Cal and then teleport away, to which the team started chasing after. Thelonious did manage to get off a long-distance healing word that popped up Cal, who is still being helped by said demon, or devil, excuse me, and is being sort of pulled away with the rest of the team a little bit further back. As well as two bearded devils that are in the distance a little bit. They were summoned by the other devil, but they seem to be lagging behind after the last move that was made. Also, yes, thank you for mentioning Ben and Locke held hands. Very true. It's very important for the recap that we include that. That being the recap, congratulations, Joe. You are the proud owner of Inspiration for tonight. And I think that's the wrong playlist. I hit Tavern. That's the very wrong mood for this right now. I can't find the one. There it is. It was one above. I'm blind. Okay, so I believe that means that we can hop back into combat, which means I need to switch the screen because we're still on the Theater of the Mind screen. And Locke, you are first with your incredible natural 20 initiative. You have your full turn. What would you like to do? Oh, also, everyone did hear Cal scream his head off when he was not resurrected, but healed. So that is at least audio confirmation that he is no longer unconscious. So the team has that information.
That happens every round. Every round,
it does.
though.
That's pretty much true.
My perception of this has been like a thug getting beaten up by Batman, where it's just like punch, awake, punch, awake, punch, awake.
And you're in a different place every time.
Yeah.
It's waking up like, where the fuck?
So I've been planning this since last session. I even whispered you my plan so that I wouldn't forget it, because I know I'll forget it. I am going to, because I'm assuming that once you get out of the line of moats that over here, I'm on the wrong thing, over like here-ish and here-ish is dark enough to be considered low light or darkness.
Yes, correct.
So I am going to shadow step the fuck away from these little bearded assholes so that they cannot
attack of opportunity,
because I also have fairly low hit points, and then I've got like 55 speed, so I'm over here.
You can close in.
Yeah. I'm assuming that despite the fact that Cal is conscious, he's not a threat.
Oh, for advantage? Yeah, unfortunately, you wouldn't get advantage from placement because Cal is ragdolling in his arms right now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm just taking the full movement to get over there and basically do a round of fuck you punches.
Let's go.
All right.
We do love some fuck you punches. Yeah, that hits.
20?
Absolutely, that hits.
And then my bonus attack, because I'm just going to roll all the damage at once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming the 20 is the only one that...
Yeah, the 17 hits as well. That's exactly what you needed.
Okay. We know what we're aiming for, guys. I have absolutely no key left, so...
It's just straight punches.
Just bunch of punching. Bunch of magical punching. So 15 points of damage.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, thank you. I got a DM inspiration from Insomnia. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Insomnia.
Oh, shit. I can use that right now. Actually, no. It's only 5 damage. I'll let you keep. That was the minimum number of damage you could do. But I'll keep it for another time. Thanks, Insomnia. But yes, with your bonus action to teleport, and then your movement to get into position, and then your action to punch him twice.
Oh,
I believe
the 10 wouldn't have gone off anyway, since the bonus action was taken to teleport anyway.
Oh,
So it
that's a
doesn't
good point.
matter whether
Right,
it
you
hit or
wouldn't have been
not.
able to. Exactly. So that doesn't
There
change.
you go.
But, I do believe that is your full turn.
That is my full turn.
All right. So, very nice movement. Very good planning. That brings us to the Bearded Devils. I know on the list it looks like it's Ben, but the Bearded Devils did roll a 21 in their initiative. So,
Boo.
and the unfortunate thing is they're both around Ben, so they're both gonna shimmy up. Actually, let me see really quickly. Okay, sounds good. I think one of them is going to shimmy up. He was here. And the other is going to move out. Okay, yeah. We'll have one of them is going to shimmy up. The other is dashing to get a little bit closer. But this one is
Shimmy,
going
shimmy,
to...
shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy. This one's going to use his glaive and beard on Ben. I believe neither of those hit because your AC is through the roof.
You can't
But
outbeard me.
The glaive just scrapes off against you, and then the beard just doesn't even hit, but you get to watch that strange sentient beard attempt to attack you. But that is the end of the Bearded Devil turns. That brings us back to Ben.
And there. I can do this the backwards way to what I want, and that's going to have to do, because I can't physically just get over there. So, we will instead spend 2 sorcery points to do a quickened spell. And the spell in question is a lovely little thing called Thunderstep.
Yes. My boy has to make a con save. He's got decent con. Okay, well, there you go. So I'll take. Am I still enlarged? Yeah, Nedish, you're still focusing on the concentration for enlarge, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's another, 4? How much is it? Extra damage per punch?
1d4 per smack.
1d4. All right, so roll me 2d4, please. Good call. Thank you about that. I was just like, it's just being locked. That's normal.
I still have my concentration up.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you.
I'll have to
Thank you.
investigate
I'm still
why.
trying to be awake and,
No, that's good. I fully forgot. I watched your big token move and I was like, cool.
Hold on a moment. There is... I have a magic item that increases my spell save DC, so it's actually 18, not 15.
Oh, then
I'm
he
just
super
not...
fails.
Yeah, he does. So just trying to see if it just didn't get added somewhere. I'll do that when it's not my turn. Either way, all up in this business.
Yeah,
the
good
teleport.
Did you roll me 3d10 yet? I don't think so.
I did not. Let me...
Got it.
level 3 for sure. Oh, so if I roll it from there,
hey!
it works. Okay.
That's a good roll.
That's
All
a great
right.
roll. Wow. All right, yeah. He does not sound happy about it. It goes off in the distance for the rest of you, and you just hear, ah! He seems to be kind of like clutching onto the sides of his head after taking a lot of damage. All right, so that's your bonus action due to your quicken spell.
Yes, it is. And just like the other thundery effect I had, it's the sound of an earthquake and shattering stone more than it is a storm. There would be visuals, but there's no rocks, so there's no earth to tumultualize. I'm gonna booming blade though. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Am I gonna do it? Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's the damage, and then you gotta.
Oh, because hold on.
Yeah, you have to like roll the actual attack.
That's the secondary damage. I gotta roll the attack.
Yep.
That's the one. I'm not gonna hit with that booming blade. Just if anyone was curious.
You were rolling way too well. I was like, the bus.
You
the
do
wheels
have,
on this bus are gonna come
I was
flying
gonna say,
off.
you do have movement, so you could get into a position where you would get advantage for your flanking if you wanted to try again, or if you feel that Ben would just rush in without thinking.
I
Yes,
want to
fully
get
sure.
where I'm in a better position to protect my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to give me the thing,
I will let you have it. Go
yeah,
ahead.
like in chat, I was even like, flank that bitch, Joe.
That absolutely hits.
I just got so many. I got so many screens. It's not even. It's that chat. I wasn't even any of the ones I just referenced visually. Okay. Well, that does in fact do some things.
It
That's
does.
14
It does
slashing and 6 boom.
indeed. 20 total. Very nice. Yeah, he's not looking great right now.
He dares to move. There's more coming.
Can you post the spell description for Booming Blade if you don't mind?
I can. I would
Thank
very much
you.
love to do that because it sounds like it would be helpful to you.
It would. I guess that still works, right? I'm wondering if that works with teleport. I think it does.
It doesn't.
doesn't?
I
It doesn't count as
specifically,
moving? Okay.
last week I did a deep dive in between rounds because it was like, bitch, gonna teleport again, and I needed to know.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Because I figured move was like if you change your position in any way.
No, I was gonna say it doesn't specifically call out teleporting, which some do, but based on
Yeah.
how the rule books treat movement,
Move. Right.
it
Then
does.
it's the base movement. Yeah. Okay. Understood. Which means I believe that's the end of your turn. That was bonus action, a little bit of movement in action. All right. That brings us to the baddie's turn, who again, I don't know why it's not showing up on the initiative turn, so I apologize. He's going to look at the two who have closed the distance very quickly and just, okay, look, you guys don't even know each other, right? So what's the big deal?
Kidnapping is bad.
In that silence, he's going to teleport off again. Cal, since you are awake now, there is a chance, I'm going to kind of fudge this a little bit in the sense that you can try and break out of his grasp for the teleport.
I don't want to
part of
break
this
out.
is, okay, all right, you can stay with, you do feel the teleport go off.
But
Cal,
I'm
you're
awake.
fuck around.
I'm awake for my turn.
You are, so far, I mean, he still has a turn. But he's
Yeah,
going to teleport and then use the rest of his movement, which will literally put him in the corner of this giant map. To try and get you out of here.
Now, there's the
the
thing,
best
though.
of
If he
his
moves
ability.
after teleporting, that absolutely does.
Yeah, he
move his
is.
blade.
He's going to take it no matter what, for sure. Because you guys closed the gap real
Well,
quick.
I already accidentally rolled it, so 8 more boom damage.
Oh, right, it was above. I was like, I didn't see it in there. Yeah, no, so he takes the extra. Well, even while holding you, you feel the, like, just kaboom. Like, Ben is a very noisy person. But, oh, there's something I forgot to do on Locke and Ben's turn. Once I'm finished with this, I will get back to the two of you.
That's
So,
concerning.
it's fine, don't worry, everything's great. Okay, so he
Fine.
bonus action teleported. And from here, I'm just gonna double check. Making sure I'm not being crazy. He is going to, with his action, he uses bonus action to teleport, his movement to move, and then with his action, I think everyone would recognize that he is starting to cast a spell. It does not seem to be finishing on the end of his current turn. But with his action, he is initiating something that has yet to complete from where he is. All right, so that being said, Locke and Ben. Actually, no, Ben, you're good. Ben is exempt from this. Oh no, Locke was too, because you. Never mind, everything's fine. This is the person I need to talk to, who's up now. Cal, as you are starting your turn, and you were outside of the moat, please roll me a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn.
You are so far away from me, I can't even think about saving you. So you gotta do this anyway.
It was a whispered save. You can go ahead and click off the 2GM on your sheet. But Cal did roll a natural 14 plus 1, which is 15, which is the number you needed. So
Good job.
barely passes. Everyone else, from the distance, and actually as Ben and Locke, as you kind of came closer to try and save him, you all started watching as it looked like frost was starting to kind of appear on the outsides of his skin, kind of crawling his way up from the fingers to like the center of his chest. And Cal, for probably a good 3 or so seconds, that just freezing, frigid cold started coming back. Like, it almost felt like you were dying again. But you managed to kind of will it off and focus on what is happening right now. And I think you would also notice that there seem to be sort of ice crystals and frost trailing up your arms currently. But you still have your turn.
Okay. So, I also have been thinking about this since last week.
Okay.
And I just needed to be conscious in order to do this.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to cast Polymorph on myself,
Okay.
since I am a willing creature within
You are
range.
indeed a willing creature.
And this little blurb says, the new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's, or the target's level. If I remember right, I'm level 8, so that's a CR8 beast.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So the creature I had picked out
Uh-huh.
is technically not a beast.
Okay.
So I have 2 picked out, and I will
Okay.
send both
You're ready.
to you through Discord.
Okay. Sounds good. Get my windows up too. There we go.
So this is my first choice.
Yeah, that first one is unfortunately is a no.
It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot.
It was.
I'm just like, what
Now I
the-
want to know what it is. See
Yeah,
how
I
it
want
went
to
down.
know what we looking at here. What we looking
I
at
will
here?
leave it up to Xanthos to let you know what
What's
your
the
first
other-
choice was as
So
I get you the stat block for this creature.
okay. So originally I was going to transform it to a Hydra,
God.
but it's technically a monstrosity, so I can't do that.
Fair
So
enough.
my second choice was a huge giant crab.
That's amazing.
So Cal is going to,
Uh-huh.
collect himself. He's noticing the ice crystals. He noticed that this devil demon boy is still carrying him off, and he's just really gonna focus on some memories as he's casting the spell. And Cal likes seafood. He loves himself some fish, some crab.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he has 2 large pincers, and yeah.
Oh my god. Incredible. Okay, so let me grab this real quick. I do have a nice little token for you here that I'm gonna set up for you in just a second. But it does take your action to cast the spell. So I don't believe a huge giant crab has any bonus actions that you could work off of at the moment.
But I feel
But-
that because it's much bigger than a satyr, that he would naturally lose his hold
Oh.
on me, because he's like, oh, giant crab.
sure.
Ah!
Absolutely. There's now a giant crab in the corner of this. I'm just gonna tuck you down here real quick. That's the situation right now.
And I don't know if crabs make noise, but if they do, I'm just gonna go, crab noises, as I'm just like, I'm bigger than you now, bitch.
Crab noises.
It is full genuine surprise as you shapeshift into this just enormous crustacean, and you see him just turn with wide eyes. Just that's why the Fae are worth so much. But he's surprised, but can't do anything because it's not his turn. You also do get the hit points of the huge giant crab, so
Oh, yeah.
you are no longer at 13 hit points, but instead a solid 161 instead.
That'll do, crab. That'll do.
That'll do. Also, I don't know if you've seen those crabs that can swim, but I feel like that's how you're now
Moving.
traversing right now. I think they have these adorable little flippers on the backs of their legs. Okay, I already found when I put the GIF in Discord, but that's essentially what I imagine you are doing right now
Mhm.
in space. But That's the end of your turn, unless you wanted to move anywhere. You can swim up to 30 feet. So that's good news.
I don't think I would. I think I would just revel in my new grandeur.
Just switch forms and be like, ah!
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I love that. Amazing. Okay, that means it brings us to Ron. You've had a good view of pretty much all of this, to be honest. So you have a good idea of what's happening.
Huh. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. At least move up 30. So like there.
Oh, Ava, you just got a D4 from Ryu.
Aw, thank you. I feel the love. So much love and support.
Crabs! Oh my god.
Let's see.
Clo.
Amazing.
God, that's a Joe level pun.
I guess we're just gonna shoot right now. I'm trying to consider. Do I want to hex the guy or we'll shoot? We'll shoot. We'll hex maybe later, depending on things. So yeah.
All right.
Where is the bow? Where the frick did I put the bow here? Oh, there it is.
Yep, that hits.
All right. So that's 9 piercing, and then on to the Rite of Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 radiant, and then the Disturb the Wicked. 7 radiant.
Okay, sounds good.
So
Hey, I'm
9
so proud of
radiant
you.
altogether.
Hey, you're on your D8 and the D4. I feel like you've been struggling with that one.
Honestly, truthfully, yeah.
It's been treating you wrong. I don't appreciate it.
Remind me. I'm only able to do bonus action spells if I do cantrip, correct?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I'll save the hex for later. I think that's it for me then. Wait, hold on, let me double check. Hold on.
You're
Let me
good.
double check.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Does your Rite of the Witch, of the Rite of Dawn, sorry, and the Wicked, Disturb the Wicked, I just put them together. None of those count as a spell, I don't believe.
They don't, but I did my bow action, so that's why.
Okay. I mean, you can still do a bonus action spell.
Correct. It does not have to be a cantrip.
I heard the 2 spells when you're doing a bonus action rule when you asked, but as long as it's a bonus action, you're good.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Am I close enough to this guy? That's also the other question. Am I close enough to do this? Just barely not.
Ooh.
Next time. I think that's it then. Let me just double check real quickie.
Also, thanks people for posting some things in the Discord because I found a use for my 5th screen. I forgot about Discord.
Yeah, that's it for me. That's it for me.
I feel like, all right, sounds good. I feel like we need to take pictures of our setups after the stream or during break or something and be like, Nenners is a pauper right now. He's having a bad time. Joe has 5 screens. Oh my god, hilarious. Okay, at the end of Rahani, that brings us to Thelonious, in which Thelonious, as you are at the start of your turn, outside of the moats, as you heroically ran outside to get that healing word off, I do need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh!
Wait, what?
Are you okay?
I think I did forget something. Hold on, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I forgot I
That means you're
marked
safe
him.
for now.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I forgot I had him marked. Let me see.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Damn, Joe, nice.
I mean, I'm running off 2 laptops rather than my nice computer, but
That's awesome.
considering, I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
Actually, while you're doing that, let me give a quick shout out to Ryu, because
Oh, I get another Rite of Dawn hit on him. That's what it was.
Is my thing not working? Okay.
So 11 overall.
Okay, gotcha. So the mark is just the extra Rite of Dawn?
Yes.
Okay. Because I did see it up above too.
And
Does
I was
it
very
have
confused,
what?
like, why did I do that twice? And now I remember it's because I have the mark, the blood maledict mark on him. That's what happened.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. No worries. He's not looking great. Thelonious, I still need your wisdom saving throw.
I was hoping you'd forget.
You know.
All right. He did make it the dump stat, paid the tax. Okay. All right. Let me just fail spectacularly. That'd be great. Just really. These are what the saving throws are. Here we go.
That was a very good roll for you.
That was great.
But
It's still a fail. Hit me.
it's still a fail. That is, the 15 is the DC. We're
Wait, can I try to roll my D4 for him then? Please?
You absolutely could.
Wait, hold on. I have one I could do it to myself.
Okay.
If you're sure.
Yeah. It's my last flash.
You can flash of genius yourself.
When you or another creature you can see. Yeah.
I forgot. I'm brilliant. Go ahead.
So it's gonna be like He's just like going nuts as he snips way too much.
Amazing. It is genuinely that, and like it's especially for a rat, right? Like your nose is more sensitive. You got a lot more out of that, and it shocks the fuck out of you. And thankfully, it distracts you away from that feeling of that familiar burning sensation that happened from the inside out. And you kind of look down at your fur for a second, and you watched as what looked like scald marks were starting to form, and you could feel your skin burning. But again, much like Cal, you managed to sort of will yourself out of it and not suffer the effects. But you do. Anyone watching, much like Cal, you're a frosty crab right now. The ice has not gone away, despite being a crab. So there's sort of ice.
Those
He's a
crabs in the
rhyme-coded crab.
in the seafood section behind the glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You do an extra
That's
D4
Cal,
cold
isn't it?
damage. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But as Cal is a frosty crab, anyone looking near Thelonious would notice that his fur looks like it's burning in real time. But that being said, you get your full turn.
So Thelonious, he's very much one of these guys who only pays attention to what's in front of him. So the weird beard guy who just appeared behind him, I'm gonna say he just caught a glimpse of him as he was like going by. Because as he was like shaking off the freaking smelling salts, he just shoved up his nose. He's like, ah! He's just going from like one state of panic to the next. And is he doesn't have. I'm not at disadvantage of that range, right? So there is 5 feet for ranged attacks.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Exactly. It's only if it's in melee range with you.
Okay. Okay. So does he want to? Do you recoup or you just? No, he fire. He's panicked. He's not thinking clearly. He's a coward. I gotta get used to that. He's just gonna just grab something like this really caustic thing off his belt and just launch it at the crab, the beard man. I believe that is a dexterity save.
Okay.
So it's a D6.
Sure.
It's acid cantrip.
Yep. Dexterity save.
Oh, yes. Really, Foos? Really, Foos?
Sorry, Dennis.
Seriously?
Sorry, Dennis.
Can't let me have this cantrip? All right.
Sorry,
all right,
Dennis.
cool. That'll keep you right. Is my ring? The ring is creature as an action. God damn it. All right. Who looks? All right. He's definitely not. He's gonna burn all his movement and not be near weird beard man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But where's the little? Can I? If fight looks like it's going this way though, so he's just gonna kind of do one of those.
Scooch. Just gonna scooch over.
Yeah. And then how's everybody? Oh man, people are looking rough.
So does this dude though.
Oh, he's messed up, or
he's looking a little fucked up.
okay.
It's not great.
Yeah, I can't hit him from there. You moved him 6,000 feet away.
He's trying to steal
I'm trying to
somebody.
Other than that,
He
I mean,
turned
you're
into
not
a
wrong.
crab, Dennis.
Just, it's a good move.
He's having a bad day too, alright?
Seeing the guy behind him, he's going to burn his bonus action and grab one of the elixirs that he has, shake it up, and just pound it. And I have to roll a d6 to see what happens to me.
Okay.
5. Okay, that's what is that one? That is here. I'll post it here just so everybody can see. That is flight. That's about the worst one I could have gotten.
Oh my god!
I'd like to think.
Genuinely, the rest are better.
I'd like to think that some
You would have been
DMs.
more traumatized by 6, though.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No,
I think
I have
some
a good one
DMs
for
would
6.
say you already have a flying speed, so now it's just 10 feet faster. I think some DMs might say that. I don't know about these DMs. I'm just saying some might.
Listen, some DMs might say that, but then just tried to kill my dad last set. No, I'm just kidding. That's
the end of my turn, my long turn. I'm sorry, but yeah, he's panicked, he's pissed, and he's frustrated. It's a bad scene for him. I don't even think he's even registered the crap at the moment. But yeah,
Poor
that's interesting.
Thelonious.
Don't dismiss it. Your
God.
union rep's trying to get you a speed boost out of this mishap.
Dude, I
Your rep
appreciate
is
it, but
right.
Foos would have said that. If she would've-
You're
I
good.
think
You're
she's
good.
just gonna let me suffer.
No, that's
At the
unfortunate.
moment, yes, but not always. Anyway, that brings us to the top of the round, which is Locke with the natural 20. Locke, as much like the others, have now started your turn outside of the safety of the moats. I will need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta mark off.
Yeah.
Just getting noises.
Locke.
just sounds. Locke, you, much like before, or much like the others, are starting to feel what you felt right before you died. And it's arrows piercing through your legs, your shoulder, your back, and you start to feel that the tip of that short sword kind of digging back through your ribs. The killing blow from the enemy of yours. Kind of stunned in the moment. You still have your your bonus action in movement, but you cannot use your action on this turn.
Fuck. Fuck.
Which is also why, Cal, that was so fucking huge that you passed that wisdom saving throw. Because you might have lost your action for the start of your turn.
And I would have left. I would have just. I would have been. That would be that would have been the final straw.
Thanks, guys. It was fun. I'm out.
Okay, so that changes what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
This is my just
Yeah, I fully understand. If I throw a curveball at you, I understand. You have to adjust. Oh my god, I just saw Ava's gif of the beer bottle and the crab. Amazing.
Let's see what we got. Shit. What is that?
Just
I have-
quiet planning noises.
Well, no, I have no useful bonus actions anymore
Yeah.
because my key is gone.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, hey, I can't punch him as my bonus action. Don't hit him with shit.
Well, no, I can't bonus action flurry of blows unless I attacked anyway.
I know, that's what I'm saying, because that's
but
gone. You
like
can't
I
even
don't
do that.
have like all of the other class stuff is also built around key points. So even though there are other bonus action things that I could have done with that, I guess I'm just going to get close enough to provide advantage or at least another potential target now that Cal is a crab, a giant frosty crab. So yeah, like Locke, nevertheless, like still angry, changeling looking, like big old mouth with teeth, charges forward and purposefully does it in a way that they hope is startling, or at least attention getting, of getting halfway there and then shadow stepping the rest of the way so that they pop up right in this guy's face. But that's literally all that I can do.
Yeah, just moving on up. No, I hear you. Everyone else who is watching Locke move around, you're starting to watch as holes kind of tear through the clothing of them as they're moving, and what you can see is sort of not blood, but some almost like silvery liquid seems to be kind of dripping out of each one of them in a very particular pattern, and not necessarily reacting to their movements, like not kind of splattering off as they're moving around, but instead it's kind of like sinking in and slowly running down the limbs. But you are in position, and I believe that's the end of your turn. All right. That brings us to the Bearded Devils, who are super behind right now. That guy's gonna try and get the one who tried to splash him with smacks. Close in on you. The other one is dashing because he is miles away. Barely get there, but the other one is using his action to dash. So, Rahani, you can hear and feel someone kind of rushing up behind you, but is unable to swing right now. So this is for Nenners, a beard and a glaive. Does the beard hit?
19, absolutely. Actually, yeah, it definitely hits. I don't have a shield
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Even if it did, it still hit. So yeah. Yeah. That's bad.
So from not even behind, because you face the danger, you watch as this devil just kind of turns and rushes you. Much like what happened with Cal. The glaive misses, but as it's kind of whirling the weapon back around, the beard extends, kind of catching you off guard. I didn't mean to hit that again. Sorry. But you take 10 piercing as the ends of them just kind of sink into you. And I do need a Constitution saving throw for both your concentration and your thing.
Is it poison? Because I have.
It is a poison. It absolutely is a poison.
All right.
Plague-born.
Plague-born.
Perfect.
It makes sense. It's just funny. Yeah, absolutely. Woo! Nice. Good rolls. Super
poison
fast.
is weak. Needs more. Foulness. Keep your beard away from me, though.
I think you're watching this creature just kind of tilt its head, just kind of curse to itself. But you pass the poison. I do also need one for your spell that you were concentrating on.
Oh yes, I have advantage of that because I believe I have Warcaster. I never leave home without it, but I'll double check. I do not. Awesome, I still have. Okay, good.
Okay.
Motherfuck the
y'all
police.
set.
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good.
You're good. You're good. Why are you?
Some shitty rolls, please.
You did fine. You passed. That's all you needed. All right, we're all set. We're back to Ben.
I need to take that damage.
It's
Just
me.
mad.
Am I making a wisdom thing?
Nope.
Oh, yes, you are. I'm sorry. I was looking at my stats to make sure I was
Don't
ready
be
for
sorry.
next
The
time.
answer could have been no, and I would not have been upset.
No, the answer is yes, though. So I need a wisdom saving throw
Boom.
from you, DC 15.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
You know what, though? It doesn't last forever. Boom. Nailed it.
Oh, Joe.
What the fuck?
Joe.
Oh my god.
Again, for context, Joe had an inspiration, and it adds to the number. So you needed a 6 or higher to pass. And you rolled
Out of
4.
20.
Out of 20.
20.
Exactly that, out of 20. Okay, much like poor Locke, you start feeling the familiar puncturing of your legs, specifically trying to slow you down initially, and you start feeling the last few pains as you were dying. The tree limbs wrapping around you, sort of constraining your movement and suffocating what was left of your life. As you started bleeding out, you start feeling cold in this space. And much like Locke, everyone is watching as some silvery liquid starts to kind of drip down his chest and legs. You also lose your action for this round.
All right. You're gonna be like that about it. I can't get particularly
Silvery
close,
blobs.
and you've taken away some things and some stuff.
Certainly.
What I shall do is, I suppose, move the closer I'm able to move.
Closer he gets to you.
Hard to.
So it's a combination, you singing and then Xanthos just happily in chat being like, I'm a crab! And then there's a crab dancing emote. He's the one everyone's trying to say, but he's having the best time.
I just needed to be awake for one turn, and it took this long for me.
Oh, jeez.
That's amazing.
And
Watch him be the only one that survives this.
I mean,
somehow,
as crabs do, they seem to have like that weird cycle of just always crab.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They can nearly regenerate their cells perfectly. Anyway, sorry.
I done built myself a spell list of melee range type spells, or I don't have distance damage, is what I'm saying. So I'm making the decision to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell a cantrip.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's a good one. It's Eldritch Blast, like of all the
Yeah.
cantrips. It's not
Yeah.
bad.
That'll do.
And we're of enough level that I get to shoot 2. I might as well have just shot 1, but you know, 3 damage. 2 sorcery points for 3 damage.
But you shot
I
two.
make good choices.
That is one sorcery point per point of damage. That's a 1-to-1 ratio.
100% points of damage per spell or per sorcery point, guaranteed. All right. That's the end of your turn, I
Like that.
believe. All right. Oh, actually, I have a collection of things to do for him because.
Go ahead.
No, it's actually in your favor. I was supposed to be rolling it as it was
Does he
happening.
have a brain
and-
damage table too?
He doesn't have a brain damage table. Don't-
Is my wife coming back and helping us, please?
It's like the minute
Brain
she
damage. I
left.
have been punching the
She
shit
went
out of
down.
this dude.
She has been punching the bejesus out of him. He essentially has to roll concentration saving throws for each hit that he got, and you guys walloped him a few times. So this is Ben's. Okay, and then he had Polonius. You didn't hit him.
No, because
Scrolling up, but I what's
Yeah,
up,
no,
Ben? So-
I couldn't attack him.
Yeah, I know Rahani hit him.
Yes.
So that's another one. It was all, even though there was like multiple things of damage, it was just one shot, right?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So pass that one, and then the last one, I think. Crab didn't hit him. Rahani, Felonius, you did not. Locke did not. Ben did just now. Okay, that's it, right? Just the 2? I feel like he got hit more. I guess not. Okay. So with those 2 Constitution saving throws, the spell continues to go off. Anybody? Ben, now that you're close enough, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. And Crab, unfortunately, you have the brain of a crab, which means your intelligence is 1, so you don't know what's happening. There's a spell being cast, but you don't know.
Cry!
Terrifying.
Joe.
Click, click.
Joe.
Click.
Listen.
All right.
Listen,
And this,
sometimes I'm
yeah.
a high level and I make a rogue who can't fail because I know who I am. That's not these times. This is different times.
This is different
Joe
times.
is putting up Hall of Fame numbers right now. I'm just happy
I'm
to
just
be here,
saying,
honestly.
if Mistra was chained up and Joe had to actually roll to get her out, she'd be fucked. but I came in with some reliable talent and said, don't worry, I got this.
It does,
And it's still
not
close.
helping right now. That is not helping right now. But you can see that he's casting a spell. You obviously are unfamiliar with what in particular it is. But in starting to end the spell, you see him kind of looking up at the crab in surprise and a little bit of frustration. But Locke, as you are very, very close to this creature as well, he seems to almost be kind of like weaving the space around you or around himself. But it starts looking sort of fiery and red, much like when he attacks. And I think just moving close to him and seeing the infernal fire that he was wielding when he was attacking you all, it feels almost like he's calling upon an infernal magic of some kind. But as he starts kind of weaving this around himself, you see him again look up in frustration around the crab and just with narrowed eyes that you don't understand because you're a crab. But he just speaks, next time. He's gonna cast his version of plane shift and get the fuck out of here because it is not working out.
Please fail.
And
Please fail.
he has an ability to take someone with him, and they have to do a charisma saving throw. But you're a fucking crab, and you need to be a size large or smaller, and you're too big. So he can't take you.
You saved yourself. You saved yourself.
Fully.
All
was
this
his
stuff
last-ditch
falling
effort.
into place.
It's all working out. I also want you to know, because when you changed into the crab, I forgot that you were huge, and I was like, your crab has a charisma of 3. He has a DC of like 15. You have to roll a natural like 20 or 19 or 17 in order to pass. Like it was rough, and then I was like, he's too big. This ability says large or smaller. So he was not able to capture you successfully, but everyone else you watch as in a whirl of fire and heat and sulfur, probably particularly offensive to your senses, Locke. This creature disappears.
And he doesn't take me with him?
He does not take you with him.
I say
because you have too many
excitedly.
hit points, and he would have to beat your ass down to make it an easy transfer. But you don't seem as hurt as he would need you to be, so he's not taking you.
Okay.
Because the crab was in real bad shape, but you know, then that didn't work out. He was too big and all kinds of shit. So he's off the map and off the initiative as well. So Cal, you're a crab around here. Unfortunately, you are still outside of the moat, so I do need another wisdom saving throw at the top of your turn.
Okay. And is that crab stats or Cal stats?
That's a fantastic question for this very specific situation. Normally, you have to go by what you polymorphed into, but because this is bound to your soul, this is a soul effect, I think it's
Okay.
bound to you and not the crab that
Okay.
you are. So you will keep your +1 as opposed to the crab's -1.
Gotcha.
You will, but you also find yourself, that frost around you is just building up, and it's a little bit harder to move. Unfortunately, you do lose your action as you are feeling that just cold, icy death coming back. But you still have your movement and any bonus actions. I don't think a crab has
So-
bonus action.
So crab Cal, in the preservation of the self, would feel him getting cold, and the crab eyes are scanning for warmth and sees the moats off in the distance. And so crab Cal is gonna just start swimming back towards the moats.
Just
Yeah.
swimming back
The
Amazing.
full 30 feet.
Oh, sounds good. Just shimmying up. Oh my god.
Locke, I was gonna take you with me, but my claw is an action, and it also does bludgeoning damage, so I don't think I should use it on allies.
Valid.
Oh my god! But yeah, you shift up the 30 feet. Oh, I never gave you control. Hold on. Let me. Okay, there we go. You should be able to move the crab token now.
Let's see. I need to learn how to use Roll20.
Oh no, it's fine. You're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So that.
scooching on back. So I'll have you move while Rahani goes. There you go. But it is your
You
turn.
only have 30 feet of movement?
He only has 30 feet of movement as a huge
Well, I mean,
giant crab.
as a satyr, I have 35, so it's not that big of a difference.
Fair
I'm
enough.
just like, a huge crab. A huge crab only has 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Big steps, but they're slow.
Yeah.
Oh
He's a kaiju right now. Alright,
Poor
Ronnie,
baby.
sorry.
Yeah, we're just gonna shoot at the one that's by Polonius right now. I'm straight up ignoring the one next to me.
Okay. Sounds good. I do believe you get disadvantage unless you have a feat to negate the someone being in melee range as you're making a ranged attack.
Oh, actually, well, we'll move then. I see the home
Okay.
dude's not there anymore, so I guess I'll get closer to the moats. Where are the moats exactly?
Oh, you're out of the boats too! Roll me a wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw!
Yeah.
I forgot, yes.
I figured, but I might as well.
Yeah, the moats are essentially fine.
Could we get
fine.
like
You're
a
good.
drawing or something? Like a like drawn
Yeah.
line of where the
I
moats
absolutely
are?
will. Thelonious is the closest, and he's like almost 40 feet away. Like it's quite a distance away from where you guys are right now. But I will give
Jeez.
you, yeah.
Yeah,
and
no, like-
he ran off,
I
and then
can-
you guys followed him. But
Yeah, I can reach the moats, no problem. I'm concerned about Cal, but I can personally reach the moats, no problem.
No, you're good. But I will give you a visual for that in just a second. Rahani, you pass, but much like the others, you are starting to feel the last few moments before your death as just incredibly boiling heat surrounds every part of your body, and you can feel as though you are melting again in that sort of almost cartoonish way that it was then. But others would start to see parts of Rahani's just red skin kind of like melting off of her almost, but it doesn't seem to reveal anything. Rahani, you may continue your turn as if nothing happened.
Sure. I'm gonna move, so I guess I take home dude gets an opportunity on me unless something
Yeah,
happens.
he'll try and hit you with his beard. I don't believe that
Nope.
hits.
Nope.
And you you see them all just kind of miss as you go along.
Now I'll shoot the one that's by phone.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. From your positioning, you would have advantage as it's focusing on Thelonious, and you would technically have
Cool.
a strange ranged flanking situation going on here.
Cool beans.
Oh my god, yeah, that yeah, 29 super hits.
Wonderful, excellent.
That's what we want to hear.
12, and then
That's max damage.
1 Rite of Dawn, 2 Rite of Dawn.
Uh-huh.
and then third.
So, the 3, right?
They are also. Let me double.
It's
Yeah,
super fiend.
yeah, they're
Stuff
super
like
fit.
that.
So yes,
Okay.
it's the 3.
Oh my god.
The fiend.
Rahani, what does it look like as the shot hits Thelonious and you blast off over half of this dude's hit point in one shot?
Oh,
He's
hell
still
yeah.
up, but he's looking bad.
Let's do the same thing. So as Rahani's form is starting to look like it's like melting and oozing a little bit, each shot that is like popped off on this person, wherever the shot lands, the skin's also oozing.
It is rough, but incredible shot. Thelonious, you were nearly like painted with this devil's blood as it just kind of hits dead center, and it looks very pained at the moment. Oozing, yes. But I do believe that was a little bit of your movement in action. Did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Let's do the hex on the guy. Why not?
Why not?
Let's just add more pain.
Why not? Yeah, let's go.
Which one do I want it to be? Which ability check? Wisdom?
Okay. Sounds
Wisdom?
good.
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll go with wisdom.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So wisdom is his hexy thing, and I believe is that the end of your turn.
Yes, it is.
All right. That brings us to Thelonious. And you are also, unfortunately, still out of the moat section. So, Thelonious, please give me a wisdom saving throw. Also, Dennis, I don't know if you're muted on your end, but I'm pretty sure I saw you flailing. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, yeah, I was saying stuff. Okay, yeah, great.
I didn't hear anything, so I noticed.
I was tooling, and it's like a lot of metal on metal, and I was like, you guys don't need to hear that. What? I need to make a wisdom. God damn it.
You did make a wisdom saving throw.
That's. Yep. All right, Joe. You were putting up some numbers, man. I just want to let you know I'm still in it.
Don't count Nenders out, is what he's saying.
This might be going to overtime.
Yeah. You didn't fail the other one, right? You did pass.
I passed that one.
I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah. Okay. Good.
With a shit ton of ammonia, I passed it.
You did. Oh yeah, you flashed of genius. Unfortunately, this time around, that the smelling salts don't seem to be doing as well as they
He's
used
out.
to.
It's like,
Yeah. You feel that just burning taking over in like the center of your chest, your esophagus, your stomach, your insides, everything. That familiar thing that you experimented on for a long time, you're feeling it for a second time, and you unfortunately lose your action.
I do good work, but not on myself. He's gonna kind of be seriously frustrated, obviously in agony. Bonus action as a. Yep. I guess I can burn my last elixir. That's all I can do. That's literally all I can do. I can't do anything else. Okay. That's
Here's
what
a
he's doing.
quick
All right.
reference to the moats down below.
Goodbye, elixirs. You were very nice.
Goodbye, elixirs.
Right. 3. What does 3 do? 3 is resilience. I get +1 bonus to AC for 10 minutes.
All right.
Well, that's not terrible.
Yeah. Can't complain.
So it goes up to 18 for now. I gotta remember to take that out. So 10 minutes. But just skin hardens a little bit. He's getting kind of excited, but he's still burning to death, kind of. So that's gonna be the end of his turn. Thanks, Foos, because I'm not gonna.
No problem. I mean, you might miss, but
Does that affect his concentration on the spell, by the way?
Like him failing the wisdom saving throw?
Or like if he's experiencing the pain, because I thought it was like the pain and shock of being attacked that caused you to need to roll concentration. I don't know how something like this would work.
No, yeah. Because it doesn't give him like actual like number damage, it doesn't bother him at the moment. But that is a good question, especially as we're back to Locke, and you did fail the last one, so I still need a wisdom saving throw from you. And if you fail this one, you get a fun new bonus to it.
Yay!
Hey, very nice. Okay.
What are we even aiming for? Like, what's our number?
Number's 15.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, but you still feel the damage of it. You're just able to kind of push it away and focus. You get your full turn back on this round.
Okay. So I'm not. Well, I can reach the moats. There are still allies that are in danger, and it is not the way that Locke is to put themselves in safety in such a situation. Like they're not going to prioritize.
Yeah,
like,
their well-being.
Yeah, it's how they died. So
Yeah.
Locke can easily reach any of them right now with the shadow step being outside of these modes, and is going to rush forward and just like again pop up right next to this thing.
Okay.
So
yeah.
like sorry, Thelonious. Locke just appears out of the darkness in full changeling, snarling, fanged face right in front of you on the other side of this thing. And just wails on the fucking
The devil. Get him.
bearded devil? That's what it is? Bearded devil. Okay.
Yep.
So, attack a 1. Attack a 2.
Nice.
Oh my
You
god.
have advantage because I'm threatening him in melee, and you're.
You
on the
do.
other
I
side.
was gonna say.
Okay, let me
he's
switch
there.
advantage for the second attack then.
Yep.
I was
Nat
gonna try
20
to
on the
shiv him in
first.
the ribs real quick, but Foos
Let's go,
decided
let's
to
go.
take away my action.
Yeah, absolutely. That hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your nat 20, and you're. I think you're gonna.
So
obliterate
how do
this
you
guy.
guys
Go for it.
do nat 20s?
Just click on the thing. It should auto roll the double damage, unless it does something weird. But you should be fine.
Okay.
Here, just click the nat 20. There you go. So it rolled your d6 a second time. All right. So 9 on the first. There, and the 10 on the. Oh, he's looking real bad. He's barely alive, but he's looking real bad. Okay.
Yeah, I just like pop up. No, wait. He's probably not barely alive. The enlarged damage.
D4.
What?
2d4.
That's
Yes.
2d4? Okay.
He has
3d4
4
'cause
hit
you
points
crit.
left. He has 4 hit points.
You can
Why is it not
technically
broke?
get all 3 once.
Max damage! Fucking max damage!
Oh yes.
So that was just from the one.
Yeah. What does it
So
look
is
like?
it a d4
as
per
you-
hit, or is it 2d4 per hit?
It's a
It would be
D4
one
per hit.
d4 per hit, but because you crit on
Okay.
that one, you would get 2 for the first and then another for the second. But you super murder this guy. How
Okay.
does Cal, or not Cal? I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Cal because he's a crab.
How's Kel die?
But how does Locke kill this
Again.
Yeah, I literally appear out of the darkness behind this thing, and I'm spinning into a punch to the back of its head as I'm appearing out, like snarling, big, angry, changeling teeth, like doppelganger-esque look as I'm punching it. And I just kind of continue the spin, coming around in like a giant roundhouse kick to crush whatever bones are left in this creature's body. Because I'm enlarged, so I
Yeah.
do extra damage.
And it is exactly that. And Locke, I don't know, do you think Locke would have been familiar with fiendish death in their past, or is this a new experience for Locke?
I would imagine that it's fairly new because most of their adventuring has been
Like
hired
city
out piecemeal to various adventuring parties / city-based and running from guards.
All right, so how does Locke react as you deliver the final blows on this creature? And also, Thelonious, at no point does the bearded devil have a chance to turn and see what's happened, as the first sort of spinning fist to the back of the head seems to daze it long enough to get kicked to death afterwards. But you just essentially watch the expression go from dazed to just dying in front of you. And for Locke, at the end of your foot seems to obviously do the killing blow, but it feels like it picked up almost like some sludge or like goo on the way over. And as you look at the body, it starts to just melt and bubble in front of you into just like a black, thick tar. And as it seems like there's no kind of gravity in this space, it almost just kind of floats in front of you in that just strange, unoccupied space at the moment. But you watch that you dissolve a devil to death.
Enlarged, big Locke with the holes piercing through them and silvery non-blood dripping from their body in full doppelganger changeling-esque look. It had been kind of this sallow grayish red to their coloration, and that just kind of shifts briefly into grayish peach yellow and an obvious look of disgust as they kind of twitch their foot a little bit, trying to kick off the remainder of the go.
Yep, covered in goo but victorious. Locke is at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. This last one's turn. He is. Hold on, just double checking. Yeah, fucking. Yep. All right. He's just gonna. You're huge, and he just watched you punch that thing to sludge.
Yep.
He's gonna try and punch the Thelonious.
Did he pass through my range?
No. From where he was, he would just be just outside of your range.
Okay.
I mean, he could also do some goofy shit if he needed to, but he would ensure that he's not gonna get punched. He literally watched you punch someone to death, so he's gonna do whatever he can to not be in your range. Which he have movement for. But good call. Then it is he has a beard in the glaive.
Ah! Cannot hit me!
I think you watch as it comes towards you, but it has wild eyes in the direction of Locke after seeing what had just happened. And in the distraction, you're very easily able to get out of the way. And that's its turn. That's the end of that.
He's going to steal your face.
All good, man. You still feel it, but you're good to go.
Excellent. All of y'all are very unhelpfully too far away for me to be able to also help you with what I'm about to do. And I like to think that's all your faults. I didn't do that.
Sure.
So what I'm gonna do is dash to that spot or that spot, whichever one puts me so a 10-foot radius hits the bearded devil, but not Thelonious. Hard to tell looking at it.
Okay, got it.
And so that's my action, and I'm gonna burn yet another 2 sorcery points to quicken the spell. And I forgot that I had visualized this spell before, so I'll visualize it this time. Thunderstep, instead of being thunder, there's like a Schrodinger's cat moment where there's 2 instances of a thing, and it would normally be out of actual stone, but here it's just like the idea of stone, I suppose. Over here in Safeland. And it's just a statue of the instance of Ben in full tilt run. And then when they swap, essentially it's a hollow statue. He appears within it, which creates this pressure that's going to push it out, and the statue is then instantly where he was and explodes. And so it's shrapnel from this brief moment of a statue that causes a thunderstep.
That's beautiful. I love it.
I love that.
So cool.
And we gonna click the button that is on my sheet. There it is. He gets to make a save for Joe levels of damage.
Joe,
levels
Joe,
of damage.
brother, I need you to describe what you do after you roll, because every time you do
The
a
spell looks the
beautiful-
same. I didn't describe him dodging nothing.
Yeah, but he got hit
I didn't
by
describe the
two
after
pebbles instead
effects.
of, like,
It's the cool
blades
statue
of,
swap
like-
every time.
It's
Sometimes
cool.
you just roll a 1, 1, and a 5, and he takes half of that, so he takes 3 damage. It wasn't about the damage. It was about me
Looking cool.
being over here now.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Joe,
about me
we
being
gotta
go on,
in
like,
tasty land.
an Exorcist World Tour to see if we can
All
cleanse
right, I've used my
ourselves.
bonus action, but I might have to start doing sorcerer math on future turns. But I still have some points left. But
Okay.
we might have to go to the sorcerer
Cal.
bank and do some exchange.
Crab Cal. I need a
Keep
wisdom
swimming,
saving
dude.
throw.
Invoke your crabissal powers. Get out of there.
Abyssal powers.
This
They don't-
is
they-
your second failure, I believe.
I don't want to see
which
Crab
means-
Cow win.
You don't want to see Crab Cow win. Then is you just got a D4 from Maya. Because she's looking out for you. But you are feeling that frost just bite into your bones, bite into everything. Even though you're a crab, your exoskeleton is very cold. No, but you are just feeling incredible amounts of cold. You do lose your action again this turn, but on top of it, you do take another 14 points of damage as you start reliving that pain. God, those are good rolls, but I feel so bad. It is from your crab health, thankfully.
I was about to say,
but-
I was like, okay. Yes.
Oh, you have 13! He's out again, boys! No, you're good. You're still up. It takes from your crab health.
Jesus fuck.
but you have your bonus action and action or movement left.
I
Okay,
don't like to be a
so
guy who
I'm
makes other
going
people's lives
to-
worth, but there is a con save involved now.
Correct.
just going
You
to-
took damage, so you need to roll me a Constitution saving throw because you're concentrating on your polymorph.
I need you to pass this
Oh.
one. It's your health.
Oh
You do need to pass this
no!
one.
But,
You do need to
but this
pass
is probably crab constitution, right? It's probably pretty good.
Crab Constitution is very good.
Yeah!
No. He's fine. Crab Constitution gives him a +5, so you get a +3 on top of what
You'll
that
need to get a
is.
10.
Which
Yeah,
means, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, you're super fine. But like, also for future reference, you're in good shape. But yeah, go right ahead. You can.
Alright, so
Continue
he's just gonna. I'm just gonna keep
Keep
swimming my way.
Keep on swimming.
Just
Exactly that.
eating this damage.
The wrong ocean music. I've been listening to Under the Sea for the last like hour. Just
I'm also
occasionally.
going to put Cal on top of him like he's riding the crab.
Hey!
Aw.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's the end of your turn, which brings us to Rahani.
So first.
I need you to wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh yeah.
I like how we're all just taking our sweet time to get out of
Nice.
out of the ether.
Rahani's fucking money with these wisdom saving throws, though. Yeah, carry on.
She's not
Take it over.
proficient in it. She's gonna move her 30 to get closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Boop boop boop.
Yeah, you're just out. You need 10 more, but you're right
Okay.
there.
Okay. Then she's going to bonus action transfer the hex on to the last remaining dude. So that's on him now. And then she's gonna start shooting again.
Go for it.
Let's see.
Yep. Super hits.
Alright. So that's 11. Then the... Where is the dawn? 1,
Oh, it's
Two.
not a 2 this time. Hooray!
3,
Nine.
and then what is the heck? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh well.
It's a rough time out here. You
Yeah,
do
just
blast
across.
him. You do blast him into bloody territory, though. He's not looking great, but
Okay.
for purpose, he's got to stay here. But I believe that was bonus action, action, and movement. Are you done?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Thelonious.
Oh god. Thelonious is like
wisdom
looking.
saving throw, please.
Oh
No.
no! Oh my gusta.
No me gusta.
Alright, hold on. Wisdom. That's the dump stat. No advantage. You wish. It doesn't even matter. You rolled a 2 and a 1 last time.
Yeah.
We back in it.
Incredible. You do not feel the effects of this situation at all. So you have your full turn, and you're good to go.
Thelonious is you look at him, like when you first guys saw, he had like just vials all over the place and just all kinds of alchemical bottles and accoutrement around him, but now he's out. There's just like a small cloud of like corks and bottles kind of floating in this general area as he's just been burning through everything he has, and he's looking and looking, like he's patting down like he's looking for something, and as he does, he kind of spins around and like repositions himself over here. And as he does, he's like, aha, found it! And he takes out a dagger and tries to shiv the guy.
Please tell me that it looks like an actual ship too.
Oh, it's a crude looking dagger. It is
This
not
is a
wrought
real
by anything
shiv.
that would be. Yeah, this one,
Jeez.
nobody
That
calling themselves
absolutely
a
is.
smith would take credit for this. That's a mighty 7 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Because I don't have poison on me. I swear I had poison at some point and it's gone. So it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
It's very unscathing of me to not have poison. But here you go. You're shanked for 7. Have a good day.
Yeah, it hurts. He doesn't look like he's having a good time. You stab him, and you see his eyes finally look at you as he was still just kind of terrified to block. which is still going to be the case because I'm pretty sure Locke's going to just finish the deal right now, but just looks at
If
you
I
in kind
pass
of
my
panic
roll.
mode. Yeah, no, that's a good point too. But Thelonious, is at the end of your turn.
Yes, I believe this.
Okay. Well, in a good way, you feel bolstered after this last battle with your death. And you kind of recognize that as you kind of like look down at yourself, you don't feel that burning at all anymore. It's not lingering. It's not with you in any way. You feel like you might have fought it off for quite a while, as if being outside of the moats won't really bother you for a while. The perks of net 20. but you feel safe at least. So that brings us to Locke. Hey, we do need your wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Come on, you got it. You got this. You totally got this. Just breathe through it. You'll be fine.
I don't have advantage though.
Yeah,
so that was a 6. There's no saving a 6.
There's no saving this. Well, yeah, well, unfortunately not.
Nope.
You are unfortunately stuck with no action as the feeling starts coming back for you, but you still have bonus action and movement.
Okay. Since it's my second fail, not necessarily in a row, but since it's
It needs to
my
be in a
second
row.
fail. Okay.
Yeah, thankfully you're in good shape there. Once you pass, it kind of resets the situation.
I'm gonna try something. Don't think it'll work,
Okay.
but I'm gonna try something, and
Yeah.
I apologize ahead of time to Thelonious. I am going to move forward aggressively and just snarl scream in this thing's face in an attempt to intimidate it into running.
Oh, okay. I love that. So
Because
bonus
its
action.
boss also
scary.
ran. Yeah, bonus action scary.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because its boss also ran.
Mm-hmm. I think for this, I'm going to give you advantage. So please hit me with your intimidation.
Okay, good, because I need advantage for intimidation. I'm not built for it.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Nice.
18?
Hell yeah. You absolutely feel as though you are in just full fear has seeped into this creature. And Rahani, you are a person who has studied, everything that you hunt, right? The aberrations, the fiends, the undead, all kinds of things like that. You know general information about bearded devils, as they're not that uncommon, especially for fiends that kind of get summoned and all that. You also know that bearded devils are pack animals. They very much function better together, and while they're together, it's impossible to fear them. But being the only one here,
Oh my
that
God.
fear starts to sink in. Bearded devils genuinely have a natural ability where they cannot be feared if they are within a certain range of an ally. There are no allies.
Yeah,
So-
the last one standing, last one floating.
Super fits in. So from a distance, Rahani's like,
Amusing.
I understand what's happening here. And
Pickle Rick.
yeah,
Jeez.
fully terrified. But I do believe that would be the end of your turn.
Yeah, I can't hit it to make it go away from Thelonious. But yeah, Thelonious, what you see is this enlarged person that you're already afraid of, with the freaky, like, as wide as their face is, tooth-filled maw snarling down at this thing, threateningly, right in front of you.
You're just gonna hear 20 teeth, 20 teeth, 20 teeth. If I could bonus action like run, he'd do that. But
It's like,
If I was
otherwise-
able to grant you a reaction run, I would, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not the GM.
But with your successful intimidation, this guy's going to use his full movement to get the fuck out, which does mean that the two of you would get an attack of opportunity on his way out. But go ahead and see if you want to attack.
I don't have Sentinel. It won't stop him
It won't, but it might. Yeah, you do have advantage. Fuck it, yeah.
because it was
Got rolling
flanked
damage.
when it was
Yeah,
still
yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thelonious, are you going to attempt to stab her? Are you too
wait, what do you
scared?
want me to do? I'm sorry.
It is running away.
hold on.
So this is
Oh, give me a sec. Where's my?
The
I'm sorry,
D4, nice. Good job.
My shit is so. Hold on. It's. She's trying. All right,
You're
there
good.
we
You're good.
go. Well, I do have. So I need to.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not stabbing.
Oh.
Not at all. He's just locked into place.
The best part about this is with the extra D4, Locke, you do manage to do the exact amount of damage needed to kill this creature as in front. And Thelonious is locked in fear.
I just want this to look like, instead of it having been that I had no action, it was just the I'm going to scare the shit out of you and then follow through. I want it to look like that. even though it was a reaction, like attack of opportunity. So
No, that is
like,
awesome.
and then like full on just swipe it out.
Amazing. And it does work much. Again, you are covered in a bit of that sort of like thick sludge and goo as this fiend seems to dissolve in front of you.
But the skin tone once again goes back from like that angry red to kind of a sallow grayish peach, and the fist that they used to punch it, they just kind of wiggle their hands trying to like sling the goo off. Like,
The good news is, with that creature dead now, you guys are now out of initiative order. However, everyone does have a bit of movement, with the exception of Ben, who's not fucking around, to essentially relocate yourself to the moats. Thelonious, you are immune to this effect currently, so you feel no rush in order to get back in. But Rahani, you can go ahead and move on in. If you are farther than 60 feet or so, you will likely have to roll again. So from where Rahani is out, Locke, you are just at it, so we'll need one more from you. And then the crab, we're gonna need probably a few, depending on how these rolls go for you.
Assume it does nothing, because it wouldn't really. But my upcoming turn that doesn't need to happen was going to be to try and convince some moats to like angle out and like scoop them up, using dancing lights to guide them.
Interesting.
I don't know if the moats would have reacted to that, but if that helps them with what they're currently having to deal with.
Would you say anything as this happens, or is it more just you're just casting the dancing lights and hoping?
Essentially, I'm just like leading them because it basically lets you will-o'-the-wisp some stuff. So I'm just being like, oh look, see the moats are going that way. Just go, like shepherding them.
Hold on, Cal. Don't do anything else now because you just failed 2 now. You failed 2 in a row, or 3, 4 in a row. Oh my god! All right.
Oh
so,
my god!
Permanently a crab.
He is attempting to help you, which is good.
If Ben expresses this is what he's doing, I also have the ability to dancing lights from one of my items, and I will cast another one with his to kind of help it, but only if he's saying that's what he's doing, because otherwise Locke is not spellcastery enough to have any idea what's going on.
I also just think in your moving back as well, he would have a chance to start this before you get back. So even if you can help, I think it would be the second attempt for him, in the round sense. But for Ben, go ahead and roll me persuasion. This is going to be relatively high DC, but there is a chance you might be able to. Very nice, very good roll. So you do manage to kind of extend the dancing lights in that fashion. As that's happening, it's almost more an attempt to communicate that you feel yourself connecting with some of the moats that are going by. And for Ben, it's probably a little overwhelming, as kind of the way you connected with your friend. This is more like you were just getting glimpses of other people's lives as it happens. But it's feels like it's happening to you. It's almost like you can forget yourself as these lives and these just like snippets, just going out to dinner with a friend, or waking up and having porridge with their mom, or just various memories are flying through you at the same time. But you also seem to kind of coax them into going slightly off path. With that successful persuasion check, you also know it's not going to last. It's probably for a bit, and then they'll probably curve back in. But you do manage to extend sort of like a little river, like a little stream of moats, kind of break off and then connect again. But it does give Cal an extra 30 feet or so. But you will have to maintain it through the rounds, as he's not quite close enough to do it each time. But each of you watch as Ben kind of turns into like a moat whisperer of some kind, getting them to move in the direction he would like. Cal, upon your third failure in a row,
Jeez.
you are nearly lost in the feeling of your death again. Because you are a crab and your intelligence is not very high, I think your crab self genuinely thinks you're dying for the first time right now. The pain is getting intense.
The swimming is getting
And
frantic as, it's just like, oh, ah!
yeah, you guys are watching the panic from a distance. You take another 18 points of damage as you are
Jeez.
quite a distance away, working your way up, and you still lose that action. It doesn't matter right now, but you would lose a reaction as well. But you still have your movement and bonus action. So that was for the first, the 10 that you rolled. For the 4, Ben, you had started this moat trail. You could go ahead and roll me another one for this next round, essentially. And Locke, if you're able, if you think they would catch on to what's happening and want to help, you can roll as well.
Persuasion?
Oh my god, yeah. Jesus.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't have
Okay.
advantage. I need to take it off of advantage. There we go.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like I
14.
said, we keep the first one just in case. Even better this time. He extends it just a little bit further. And this, I'm going to say, is going to be, because where you are is if you move the 60 feet, I believe. If you moved once and then twice again for Cal. So they would be able to get you in this stream of moats. So I'm going to say your wisdom saving throw that you rolled at a 4 is going to be at advantage. You're not fully in the moats, but they are going to help you a little bit. So go ahead and roll me one more flat wisdom save for this last attempt before you're able to move.
What the fuck?
Your team is trying so hard to save you.
I'm just a crab.
Indeed.
Everyone is watching the frost starting to eat through the chitin of this crab. It looks almost fake because you're watching plates of it just kind of wither up and freeze and then fall off of the crab as he is taking more and more damage. Cal, as you are finding out, the damage seems to ramp up quite a bit. You take 40 points of damage as you are struggling to get back in.
Light work. That's why I chose
For
a
the next
crab.
turn, yeah.
He's your
For the
tanky.
next turn, I know that he is huge.
Mhm.
Would you allow me to do a running push attack?
Well, the next turn he'd be able to make it in. With his
Okay.
30 feet normally, he's good. That's why this
Okay.
last one was very much like, let's see how you do. Let's see your last turn. Because with the remaining 30, he can move and get himself in.
Okay.
So just scary crab.
Jeez.
Just
I'm just
swimming
like, what the
away. And Thelonious, would you move yourself back into the stream, or would you stay there as you are?
Are they sufficiently distracted?
Your team, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thelonious would then be collecting all the demon goo in the empty vials that he has, as much as possible and as sneakily as possible.
Roll me stealth with
Good
advantage.
materials, yes, yes. And he's just.
What?
Oh,
That's awesome. Everyone else is saving him, and he's like, "Well, I just can't let this go to waste." Rahani, you also know that, the way that fiends disappear in this way, they're usually meant to kind of melt into the dirt or melt into a material. But being out here, there's nothing to melt into, which is why it's just kind of
heavy. Oh.
floating there in that space. Do you have heavy armor? I didn't think you did.
No, I don't.
Anyway, I did say event. I'm going to ignore that for now. But all right, so you do a decent job. I think everyone would know that Thelonious is probably doing something.
I really wanted. I hoped that Rahani just like looks. It's like, huh.
Yeah.
Honestly, respect, because she also is proficient in alchemy kits, so she's like, I would have done the same.
But yeah, everyone also notices Thelonious doesn't seem to have any problems being out there right now. He's chilling.
Yeah.
No issues. But that being said, oh hello, first time chatter. I think this is probably a good place for us to take our break. Now that combat is done, and I definitely have to run to the bathroom as well. So we will take our 10-ish minute break. It's 8:51. Let's be back at 9. So run, grab a drink, pee, do whatever you gotta do, and Joe's just spinning in place. We will be back. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye. Bye. Oh my god.
screen is venom. I was like, that's mean.
Why did I?
I forgot to count down, so we're live. Hello.
Five.
Hi.
Are you happy now?
We're here. We're
Which
here.
means we're live. I genuinely looked at Ollie and then like didn't pay attention and clicked the button because the puppy picture is fucking adorable. Oh my god. Look at the tiny face. Okay. Also, happy gotcha day to Ollie. So cute. Okay, we're hopping back in to a little bit more of a calm situation as the team. And you know what? Cal really did save himself. You know, he rescued himself as a huge giant crab.
Yeah.
Managed to finally have a turn where he could do something, and he fucking did something. So, soaking up the damage as a huge giant crab and preventing this guy from being able to take you away as he was attempting to do because of your size. You have fully saved yourself in this situation. But as the rest of you are starting to find out, escaping the moats or the safety of the general area they seem to be traveling in does not seem to be good for your well-being. Both the memories seem to come back, and the crab has borne the most damage of staying out there for too long, unfortunately. But everyone's able to make it back in. Thelonious, rolling a nat 20, seems to have temporary immunity and is taking the time to collect some demon goo in the meantime.
Diplomatic immunity.
Valid.
Correct, exactly. But you are in that space collecting some things, and the rest of the team is safely within the moats. And also, you did. We do need a Constitution saving throw from Crab from the damage that you took to see if you remain concentrating.
You're
The
still
second
crab.
one, you need a 20. Okay, you did pass the other one. You need one more.
First
This
one
is
was
for the
more
40
important.
damage.
If he had failed that one, 40 would have just killed him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's very important that you pass that one.
Holy fuck.
Okay,
Wow.
the good news is you don't take the 40 damage on Cal, but you pop out.
That's fine. I need to heal people anyway. I don't want to crap.
As if I was inside the crab the whole time, the exoskeleton just kind of disintegrates and falls apart, and then a beaten up and bruised satyr just kind of floats into the moats as I shed my crab persona.
Your
I would
crab's
like to
on-
point out that I'm finding it completely hilarious that the crab had freezer burn, and a lot of those like claw attacks that Cal took used fire. So Cal is just burned as well inside. It's just different different type of burn.
Cal
So we
is
got
like
freezer burned
genuinely not
crab
having a
and
good time.
then burned Cal. Fire Cal. Crispy.
That's not good.
You're extra crispy.
A thoroughly cooked cow makes it into the moats.
And it's an old bay.
But the rest of you are also safely in this space. But with the quiet from being out of combat settling in, the prayer of healing starts with Rahani. But is there anything anyone else is doing as you are all recovering? Also, you are no longer Big Lock. We got to shrink you back down. I did like Big Lock. It was funny.
It was funny.
Scooch on in if you need a prayer of healing.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
supplement that if okay, Thelonious is back. I'm gonna supplement that prayer of healing with a mass healing word so that we can heal some more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's 12.
You know what? All right.
Everyone heals 3.
12
Cal's
and
very
that's
tired, okay?
Oh,
I'm
12 and
so
3.
sorry.
15.
Been through a lot.
He's very tired. It's a lot. But everyone heal 15 total. 12 from the prayer of healing and 3 from the mass healing word. I finally got my hands on that. It's just been...
I'm Wiley. Get out of here.
Damage. I know. Finally put hands on.
Yep. Yep.
Cheated with that aura. He did actually hit you. That's it.
So,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just heard so. Okay, there.
oh no, so Locke looks better, less battered, but they still look exhausted because despite the damage being healed for the most part, they are spent on so much. So they just kind of look exhausted and kind of smile with the creepy fanged grin at Cal and just kind of wave at him.
Cal reluctantly
crabs.
waves back.
Crabs, they're useful. Good job.
I just thought about dinner. You know, I like crabs, and next thing I know, I was a crab.
Do you think we can eat here?
I'm
Is
not
there dinner
sure.
anymore?
I hope so. And then as I realize that I'm not hungry. Like that's not a concept here. So it's just like, oh. I just start floating down the moats.
Oh, let's carry on.
Wait.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm running out of things.
I don't have any.
That's the wrong person. Yeah.
What things do you need?
I need time. I need to recreate alchemical ingredients.
Just goes into her bag and pulls out an alchemy kit? Do you need these?
That would help. Yes, but need time. As you know, these things usually aren't quick.
I, for one, didn't know that you could be exhausted after death, but I feel it.
I mean, we are going through some stressful times, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, the amount of energy she used to
bad
create.
Afterlife. Is that what we're going through? I thought it would
No,
be
Great Horned Rat is
more
here. This is not the afterlife.
torturous stuff.
I still think this is purgatory of some kind.
I'd agree.
It's awfully painful for purgatory.
What did I do to end up in purgatory?
Thank you for healing, by the way. We'll return favor.
I mean, maybe you're just so gosh darn adorable, and either people want to kidnap you or just really want to harm you. I don't know.
Yeah,
My
that
dear.
was kind of that kind of felt like, you know, real coincidental that as soon as the light lady left, like, you know, he was just there. He was just waiting.
I found it just very amusing that he just looked at the most obvious Fae and took him because, as far as I'm aware, pointing at Locke, pointing at herself, and pointing at Cal, all three of us are Fae.
If you had to choose who was the easiest to kidnap,
But also,
Rahani with the bow or the satyr in the nightshirt.
but also
you know?
she attacked the Spanish.
Yeah. Locke
Fair
looks like a
enough.
freaking elf at the start, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
All of that entirely valid.
it's just a poor man in a muumuu. That's the target. You gotta go to that one.
Small rat man, would you prefer that I stay like this or change back?
Prefer you stay away. Out of line of sight, if possible.
Right. And like the tone does like noticeably drop at that. And they just kind of go and kind of hover on the other side of Ronnie.
Much better. So are we gonna go? If we do, then he just holds up the dagger. Options are limited if someone decides to kidnap another one of you.
Well, I
That's
guess
true.
we can tie a rope to you and just pull you along as you're working.
I don't need. I make delicate movements. It disturb too much.
Oh,
Explosion.
fair enough. Well,
However,
unfortunately,
if you
there's
could
not
get a
rock here.
palanquin, I wouldn't argue that.
Is there even a way to set that stuff down, do you think? Locke is speaking quietly enough to where it's mostly Rahani that can hear them. I mean, like, doesn't it need a surface?
I mean, yes. I'm assuming in a quick pinch you could not need a surface. Huh. Can she try? Because she's noticed that she's able to summon things that she's had. She wants to see if maybe summon a small, not a desk type of thing, but like a flat surface, like maybe a large plate of some kind, maybe, to see if like maybe she can summon things that she didn't have, like test the limits of what she can summon.
You focus for a little bit of time, and I don't know what it looks like as Rahani is trying to like materialize something in front of her. But in the past, you've been able to kind of like reach to where something you knew where it was on your body, and it's there. It's not like it materializes as you grab it; it's simply there before you even put your fingers on it. But for this, it's like you just try and focus on it. Nothing comes up, unfortunately.
Well, seems like we can't manifest things here.
Well, maybe I can try, and I'm going to do performance of creation. Although there is a stipulation, I can create a non-magical item of my choice, but the item must appear on a surface or in a liquid that can support it. And given that we're in ethereal space, you know, I don't know if I can do this, but it's kind of it's a feature of my class, but I don't know if it's worthless.
I think in your kind of like creative mind, you're able to you figure it can be summoned. You can create something. You just might need to anchor it. And the only thing you might be able to anchor it against is your bodies, maybe?
Someone has to plank.
But yeah, someone might get bonked a little bit, but you should be able to summon it so long as there's a connection to something.
All right. So
Why are we trying to get a table? What is happening?
So I take out my pan flute.
For Thelonious' experimental things.
And I play Careless Whisper on the pan flute. And a solid oak table with instead of legs, it's like the gyroscopes that'll like balance themselves so that it stays upright. 4 of those for each of the 4 feet of the table, and when I'm done with the song, it's just there, just floating. It's not 100% still because it's constantly correcting itself in the space, but that's the best that I can do with my imagination.
Who do you bonk?
Yes, who is this summoned closest to, as you will need a anchor to kind of reference a point for this table to appear.
Well, it's for
Probably
Thelonious, so
wrong.
I'd anchor it to Thelonious, right?
Oh goodness.
All right. This is gonna come down
That's
to a couple
amazing.
things. The first is give me a charisma check. This will essentially be you trying to stabilize the summon as much as possible. We'll say a 10 or a 10 to 14. It's a little rough, but Thelonious is gonna get bonked. 9 and below, super bonked. 15 and above, fine. Okay, so you get baby bonked.
He's like get the drips and jabs out of what he has left.
There you go.
trying to climbs up it very much in like a quadrupedal kind of fashion. Not my lab, but this will work, I guess. How long are we gonna stay here?
How much time do you need?
Like
In a
amount of
pitch.
perspective.
In a pitch. What?
I
How
don't think
much
I hit
time?
anything back on short rests.
Same.
Yeah. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure I'm fucked. It's got to be a long.
I'm still confused as to why we needed a table.
For his.
His bottles
alchemy.
and
Yeah, but
mixing.
I'm just gonna gesture around. There's no. I'm gonna pull out my like water skin canteen and open it and hold it upside down. There's no gravity. Does anything come out? I'm just gonna gesture like you didn't need
does-
shit.
It only does if you kind of like move it around, and also like it does like float in space a little bit. Like it doesn't stay where it is, but yeah, it's not like quite coming out as you expect.
Yes, I'm
Just-
sure
just-
to your
Anyway,
So
primitive
let-
understanding of science, I'm going to need to agitate some of these chemicals. They're going to move through thermodynamics.
Yeah, I was about to say, Locke would not know, but Evie, know that generally speaking, when it comes to the transfer of fluid and viscous material in chemistry, it has to do with thermodynamics and differentials in pressure as opposed to gravity.
yeah,
But-
well, there ain't any of that either.
Yeah, there's not a lot working for our boy Thelonious,
Yeah.
so the calmer the situation, the more he could get done is essentially
Yeah.
the situation.
I'm just gonna
Right.
test. If I just like kick back, do I stay still or do the moats carry me without my conscious effort?
Do you mean like kickback is like you just recline in space, or are you actually pushing against something? Okay, so as you recline in space, you just kind of hover in that spot. Some of the moats kind of move around or through you, but it almost feels like you're chilling on a lazy river. But you're not really going anywhere.
So a lazy pond. There's not a curve.
Yeah,
Like a lazy pond.
Rahani tried that last week. It's like, can I just like sit on them and continue moving? And that's when and that's when talking to the moats happened.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Just jump on a boat. Let's go!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I was gonna say you want to hang around here for how long, but you know what? Want to go over there? What's there? So
Where is there?
wherever, I guess. If you want to sit still, we can.
Yes, I think at the very least we can take a short break, see what Thelonious can do, gain some rest, small rest from here, and then continue moving north.
Like north.
Well, if you want to rest, have a rest. I'm just saying we're not getting any deader.
No, we should just go.
We can very
It's
much
dangerous.
get deader. I felt it. In
Uh,
my
And
blood.
you gotta
Yeah.
shut it down some. It's
As I- yeah, it's unpleasant to re-die. Would it be re-dead?
I'll be honest, the whole thing's kind of unpleasant.
Where's my wife? Says Ava, not Rahani.
Yeah.
Where is she?
Oh god.
If we're just moving forward, would that also be considered a short rest, or do we have to actually be in place?
If you are moving forward at like a casual speed and not like rushing as quickly as you can, then that would count as sort of like light activity. So you would be able to get a short rest and you would sort of, what was that sound? Good lord. But no, if you float slowly, you'd be able to get a short rest in.
Okay. Either way, Rahani's okay with doing a short rest.
Okay.
I like that we just burned some healing spells before a short rest.
Yeah.
Oh, short rest could only do so much.
Yeah.
And trying to keep those on reserve.
Anyway, I tried to fight the short rest energy, but it sounds like I failed. We'll no, some people genuinely need a break and have no key points. I'm fine.
Rough, yeah, exactly.
I don't think that I get my key back after a short rest,
You
do
do.
I?
You absolutely
I do?
Absolutely.
The only,
yeah.
it's the only thing that makes monks almost viable. They're not in this
Yeah.
version.
God,
As
if
much
you
as
have to
my
wait for
heart
long
wants
rest.
them to be.
Ooh. Yeah, no, you're all set. Don't worry about that. Okay.
I mean, not that you're
So-
not kicking ass. I'm just mechanically wizards letting you down. It's not. Moving on.
You'll put the shovel down.
I love how you just keep trying. You're just trying.
That's all you can do is try.
But yes, you guys can go ahead as your short rest is going on. Roll any hit dice you need to get yourself at max hit points. Make sure you keep track of those for however many you use. You have 8 total, so just make sure you're doing that.
You healed me enough. I don't even want the health, but because of my Bloodwell vial, if I spend any amount of hit dice, I get 5 sorcery points back once a day, and I need those.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
It looks like the short rest and long rest should be like buttons, but they are not buttoning.
I was confused about
Oh,
that.
you have to set it up, right? We didn't set that up on your sheet, so you would just need to manually give any cooldowns back to yourself. But you can click on your hit dice to roll them if you're low on hit points. Also, Evie Vogley just gave you a D4.
Ooh, thank you, T-Bro.
But as you guys are resting, can I have a volunteer roll me a D12, please?
The last time I rolled one, I killed Joe's friends, so...
I think Joe rolled as well. Who else? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ava rolled, right?
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, so let's Menders or Xanthos. We need one of you to
No,
roll D12.
I could have forced the guest in here.
So I just get all
You're gonna
my
regret letting me
points
roll,
back.
man.
Awesome.
Joe's nose is gonna fall.
Oh,
Didn't even finish the sentence before it was true.
Mhm. Everybody please roll me a D20.
Look what you did
Uh-huh.
first.
I take you up.
Look what you
Okay.
did. Are those 2 4s? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh.
you're just living it up.
Fuck. Okay. I need a roll off between Cal and Ben. God. God. Okay. Okay. Xanthos, what the fuck, man? All
I
right.
don't know.
It's time to
Please.
suffer.
Yeah. Please roll me a D10.
Okay.
All the hit points you had.
Oh god. All right. As the long rest is our long rest, short rest is being had.
Excuse me.
I know. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say this so much. It's a little hard to judge time in here, but the moat and their movement seem to be the easiest thing to kind of judge. A lot of the distant space around you is barely moving at all, and it's so far away sometimes it's hard to tell if it even is. But you're all able to kind of slow down for enough time that makes it feel as though you are resting, which is strange as you are dead. But rest is still needed, and rest is had. But in that time, Cal, you start just kind of feeling your mind just lingering on memories. And part of this is because you feel like some of them are starting to slip away from you. Like you're forgetting smaller details, things that maybe aren't the most important. Maybe it was the color of your favorite tavern sign that you would visit, or maybe the first gift one of your friends gave you. You remember them, you remember the locations. It's just certain things are starting to escape you. And one memory in particular seems to really sink in for you in particular. There's one that just keeps replaying in your mind. And everyone else, Cal, I think your normal demeanor is jovial and kind of, energetic even in rest. But I think everyone notices that Cal starts getting very still. Cal, with your roll of 3 on your D10, a very specific memory is played out for you, but everyone around you starts watching as almost like watercolor. This place, almost like ink blots, coming from Cal, just seems to surround the space that you're in. You're no longer in this floating, nebulous area. The motes are still kind of there. You can see very muted points of light still moving around you. But you're not floating anymore. Everyone is standing on cobblestone, and the sort of blotches of color still kind of apparate around everybody, spreading to buildings, to a city, to an alleyway. And Cal, you find yourself staring down at your body. In a third-person perspective, you see your last moments, sitting in the alley with the cat in your lap, late at night. You've passed the point of shivering. You've already passed the point of being saved. But everyone in this space, you find yourself watching the scene with Cal incapable of pulling his eyes away.
I think he's getting cold again.
And as Thelonious says that, the cat in Cal's lap raises up to look at him.
Where did the cat come from?
Just blinks once or twice, but makes eye contact with you.
Is
And
anyone else moving? Like, is Cal moving at all?
Cal's not breathing. The cat is moving, and there is snow that seems to fall, but...
I meant
No,
among
movement.
us as the Watchers.
Oh, the Watchers. I mean, he seems to be functioning. He's just staring.
Okay.
We currently right now have dead Cal looking at past dead Cal with a cat. Correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
making sure. Current dead Cal watching past dead
Dead cow looking at dead cow, correct? Good.
Cal 1 and Cal 2. Got it. Okay, cool.
Ghost is looking at zombie. Well, pre-zombie.
Yes.
Locke would probably drift over to Cal and just kind of rest a hand on their shoulder quietly and squeeze slightly.
At least the cat made it.
Where you're from, do you have any rights for those who have passed on?
Not particularly. I'm kind of from everywhere. You know,
Would you like one?
Cal looks at Rahani and then back at himself in the alley and just kind of silently nods.
Let me see what I have here. Rahani is going to kind of glide over to Cal. And she's going to pull out her mentor's symbol of Ioun as she leans forward and places a hand on Cal's forehead. Life was cruel to you. Life was unfair. But in the next life, may be merciful and kind. May the wisdom that you have learned in this life transform you into someone who is worthy of more and will gain so much more. The eyes of Ioun will be with you always, child of the Fae. And for flavor, She's gonna just lightly cast a guidance on him.
The whole time you're speaking, the cat remains in his lap, but watches you almost curiously. Its tail flicking, but doesn't move.
Would you also like a prayer for yourself, little one?
Give me an animal handling check, actually.
Oh boy.
Shock! Okay, so it's not bad. But you...
I'll use a D4 for this, I swear to God.
No, thankfully in this situation, it just seems to regard you almost in a way of comfort. If you're familiar with cat body language, one of the sort of like cat hugs, cat smiles, or like the slow blinks, but it looks up from its position to stare at you, and as you speak, you catch 2 or 3 slow blinks before it starts to kind of look past you a little bit. And as you all stand in this space, it feels like when you arrived, it was the dead of night, and it was dark, and it was almost hard to see Cal, even though you all were about 10, 15 feet away from the huddled body, but it feels like the sun is starting to come back up now. But so he remains, and so does the cat as well. And in the silence, there's a moment where everyone takes a moment to realize how the time has gone, but also that a very young voice comes out from the other side of the alleyway. And the first things you hear are, "Sir? Excuse, sir?" And as you go to look, there is a young girl wrapped in the best rags she could likely find, looking kind of almost hesitantly down the alley, seemingly through everybody that's standing there, and at Cal and the cat.
Present Cal is going to turn to look, and just like a look of not horror, but just like, oh God, you shouldn't have to see this, is like on his face. But he still doesn't move. He doesn't feel like he can interfere with what's going on. He's just an observer.
And you all watch as she kind of moves 2 or 3 feet into the alley, just still trying to catch Cal's attention. The cat, again, looking through Rahani and looking at her instead. But you all hear, "Sir? My brother said you'd be around here, so if you're tired, it's okay. I can just talk and you can listen." You see her just kind of pull her clothing a little bit closer to her chest. "I wanted to thank you for the food. We ate it. And we shared some with our rabbit. I don't know if she likes bread, but we gave her some too. So we all liked it. And we were thinking, I was thinking. He wasn't thinking. Maybe he thinks. What I wanted to say was, maybe you can come with us. It's too cold here and we're alone. Sir? You see her kind of walking a little closer to the body. That's a cute cat. Maybe they can hang out with our bunny. His name is Sir Sniffy. Does that sound good? What is your deception roll for?
Unbeknownst to anyone else, Cal, with tear-filled eyes, has like the most regretful smile on his face. Like all he had to do was survive one more night, and things could have been different.
The rest of you see the little girl just kind of starting to look a little concerned now. She seems about 7, maybe 8, but are you okay? And the memory goes just long enough for everyone to hear the child gasp and startle and scream. And it feels like, much like when you passed, everything just freezes around you. Even the snow hangs in the air. But everything stops.
Nenders wants to console you because that's horrible, but I'm playing a sociopath, so I can't.
I mean, there is a way of
I want you to know
comforting with
that.
being a sociopath.
Oh, jeez. Anders would give you a hug. Thelonious, however, would not.
We should keep going now. Take your time, Cal, but we do need to keep moving.
Why?
That
Some
is the
glowing
question.
woman told us to, and that's it. She fucked off. As far as I can tell, that way's much the same as that way. Of course, that way, we weren't all dead.
But have studied that when move away from glowing lights, bad things play upon mind.
Well, yeah, that'd be that way. But that way, there's still lights. Of course, I don't think we can go that way and just be alive. Prayer's nice and all, but life is shit, then you're dead.
So, if there's
Accurate.
no reason to go back that way, and going away from the moats causes just torment, why not just keep going towards where we were heading off already? Do you have any other options?
Do I need one?
Yes, hypothesis very important for plan of action.
Alright, when your turn comes, because it's happened to me, and now we got to see that lovely exchange, I'm sure you'll just be fine watching whatever god-awful, terrible thing happened to you. But, fuck all of this, is what I'm saying. Just because I can't do nothing about it doesn't mean I can't be pissed off. You got the short end of two sticks, and now you're stuck with us. Just looking at Cal.
Cal is the memory still
Frozen.
frozen? Cal has not taken his eyes off of himself and the girl who found him. He's just staying silent.
Locke, with their hands still kind of rested on Cal's shoulder, says, grieving for a missed opportunity is probably healthier than I've ever been mentally, but this proved that you made a difference. Perhaps that's something to take with you.
Yeah.
I assume
Yeah.
there's zero chance I can interact with this representation of the real world. Because it's not quite a memory, because it's definitely stuff that happened post being dead for him.
Yeah.
But it's not a real chunk of the real world, I assume. But I am angry about witnessing it. So I'm going to go up to the wall and see if I can't start chiseling some shit into it. If nothing else, it's me hitting some stuff. But assuming I can affect change, I have a point to make. But I don't think I will be able to.
In the frozen space, the first almost confirmation that you get about whether you can affect the environment or not is as you move, the snow that hangs in the air seems to kind of stick to your clothing and bounce off of you in some cases. And when you touch the wall, it feels cold. It feels like you're there. Like it's brisk from this weather.
Is this a stone wall? That's what I was picturing, but
Yeah.
excellent, because the tools I have are mason's tools, and they use those on stone.
I
I'll
should have
start
been like,
chiseling
"It's
away, because I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
I don't know how far I can get and how long this lasts. Stonework isn't exactly quick.
No. But you could, of course, start with sort of like an outline. But yeah, you're able to chisel into the wall. Everyone hears and sees this happening as well.
Cal turns to the sound of the chiseling, and
Evie, we hear you typing very loudly. Okay, go ahead.
I'm thinking, this is why I play D&D. Yeah. I feel like in the way Cal passed away, he's kind of holding the cat, and so his palms are up. I feel like since he now has confirmation, he can change what's around him. He's going to cast Dancing Lights on the palms that are holding the cat. Just to say, I'm fine. It's okay. They're just 4 orbs of light to try and make her feel better. But yeah.
Yeah, can you roll a performance for this spell? Oh.
Holy shit.
Wow.
When it counts, it's
It
gonna count.
When it counts. Holy shit. Yeah, the spell goes off and you feel it kind of settling right where you imagined it. Working with spells and such, for the most part, they do exactly what you want to do. There are times where they might not be as efficient as you'd like or as potent as you'd like, but when you cast this, it's like an extension of you. And in this case, it really looks like it is. But the spell goes off and sort of dances in that space, and time is still frozen. But a part of you understands that whenever it decides to unfreeze, that those lights will still be there. And in the meantime, is there a recognizable symbol that Ben is currently carving into the wall, or shape that his comrades would
I mean, I know what
recognize?
he has in his head, and so it'll probably end up being a vague impression, because I doubt I have time to finish it all.
Yeah, no.
Essentially, if you took the concept of like someone's portrait, but then because I'm eating away negative space, not creating something, it is
Mhm.
like a 2 to 3 inch deep, like, bust of that person with the eventual outline. Basically, I'm putting Cal's face, and I'm gonna put words next to it, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to finish the face or get to the words.
Correct. I think you more or less get the silhouette and parts of the details of the face, so that it's recognizable as to what it is going to be, but not necessarily at this exact moment.
If it doesn't end suddenly and we're fading away, then in my last moments I will cast Mold Earth to put the words up. They'll only last an hour. But fuck everyone who walks down the hallway, they deserve to feel bad about themselves.
So in my headspace, this alley was behind either a tavern or like a bakery or something, because there was warmth coming from the building. So I'm just wondering when the owner of this establishment is gonna go outside to like throw some trash away or something and just see a dead body in his alleyway, and
and a carved face on the wall of that dead body.
with some dancing lights hovering above it, and
but everyone would be able to tell that it is something that does seem like it's slowly fading away, just as it kind of progressively seemed to ink splotch its way into existence around everyone. It feels like it's the same, but in reverse. It's almost like receding and pulling away, and all of it seems to collect at Cal's feet. But for everyone else, your feet start to float just a little bit before Cal's does, as the astral space that you were floating in starts to kind of reemerge from beneath this almost painting-like experience. But you do manage to get mold earth off, as it's an action, so it's quick enough to do. But as
Basically,
you fade
the
away,
words that I would have carved to just force people to hopefully see them is, it's not a poem per se, it's not like rhyming, but just the point that I'm pissed about is a life lost because no one stopped to see. Think of friends and family gone because no one could be bothered. When you see those that fortune has left behind, think of me, and the last words are in all caps, and see them. Because I'm pissed off. No one should die like this. And then I don't get to carve the rest of it. So for the next hour, somebody feels guilty. Damn it.
We love pettiness.
That's all I have left. I'm dead.
the spell goes off, and as the vision starts to kind of fade from everybody, the spells that were cast don't seem to fade with it. It almost feels like they're kind of hanging in the air, almost like reminders of what was there, but they too also eventually fade. And to everyone who experienced this, which is the whole team, you're recognizing that in this experience, whatever it was that you felt, most of your recalls, your memories, anything that was kind of coming back to you, was almost always accompanied by a dramatic blurring of your area and then a refocusing. There was none of that with this. It felt different for some reason. But you find yourselves floating back where you were, table still there, long rest, or excuse me, short rest still had, but back where you started.
Cal is going to face the others, and like his face is destroyed. Just like, snotty nose, tear-filled eyes, but he's still got a smile on his face. And he just says, "North is that way, right?"
Yes, it is, dear.
He's just going to just float along, not in any special way, just kind of follow the moats.
Rahani's gonna go up a little further, and she's gonna pull out her pack of rations. I know they can't eat, but she has a little bit of jerky. She's gonna stuff it in one of the pockets of the Momo. So if he wants to just comfortably just chew out of I'm used to chewing things. It's right there. And maybe a little bit of candy. She'll just pull back just to give him some space.
After 20 or 30 feet, you see him take the jerky out. And it disappears.
The best jerky is sad jerky. But this is kind of the first for you, but you're realizing you're able to still taste. There's no hunger or need or desire to eat, but whatever afterlife this is, you can at least enjoy the pleasure of taste.
Interesting.
And with that, I think, unless there's something you needed to say with that,
I was gonna say he takes like one bite, makes that realization, and then just eats the rest of it.
And that's where we will end our session for today. So, as per usual, I need your votes for whoever you would like to have inspiration for the next session. And I believe next week is our spicy doubleheader. We are going to have a special episode on Friday as well as our normal Thursday. So 22nd and the 23rd, we're going to have 2 awakenings, which is very exciting. So thank you again to my wonderful cast. We're going to do what we normally do, which is let everyone introduce themselves again, where you can be found, any things you're excited for this week, next week, whatever. But I'll get us started with Nenners, because I don't know how, but I feel like your camera has gotten blurry again over time. And I know you haven't touched it. So okay. All right, light helps. Yes, light helps. Go ahead.
Nenners the leggy for tonight. I
Only
play
for tonight.
Only for tonight. I'll be back in power gaming mode. No time. I ain't
Heck
sleeping
yeah.
tonight. Anyway, what was it saying? I forgot. Oh, I play Thelonious, the lovely sociopathic rat, who the player wanted to, give some condolences and some, stiff upper lip type stuff. But yeah, no, that's not something I can do. Sorry about that. Best part about being scared, I have no friends.
Raid.
Yes.
What?
Hello, Rev. Thank you for the raid.
Just in time for the raid.
We're ending, and honestly, of all the times you could have rated, it's probably better that you missed the scenes that were just playing out. So
The trauma train.
it's the trauma train. Again, there's 10 different memories that he could have recalled, and he rolled a 3. And that's the freaking
I
was like, are you serious?
Welcome to the Foozca channel, Zen, my man, because it's just been a mess ever since you got here, and I am glad you got a couple of combat turns. Anyway, I'm going to yammer too much. I'm Nenners. I'm on the Foozca channel. Legacy ends tomorrow. Speaking, what's the other thing? The Shadowrun starts soon. Kicking it off to Xanthos, who's, he's sad, and I'm sad too.
I'm Xanthos, the satyr bard with the sad backstory. You can find me over at twitch.tv/campfire stories. Next stream is going to be Monday, session 9 of Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, and then something on Tuesday, and then Baldur's Gate 3 on Wednesday. Joe.
Well, I'm not sad. I'm mad. I don't know about this metaphysical space. You can see heat waves over people's heads, but they're there.
On Joe or Ben, or both?
No, I'm fine. This is great.
Okay.
No, Ben
Has
has moved past the
missed.
bemused, well, I can't change it. Let's see what's happening. I'm mad about it, all of it. Anyway, I'm Joe. I was playing Ben. He's now red in the face, not just because he's red. And we're doing the best we can with being dead, and that's not great. You don't do well with being dead. But when I'm right here, I'll be in Legacy one more time, and then after that, I'll be around for other Foozca times on other Foozca channels, and then Dispel Logic will be back on Sundays in the near future. And sometimes I stream stuff as Microcosmic God, and I'm just around. But that's all the things and places and words. So if Ava wants to say some things, that'd be all right.
Sure. Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. You can find me anywhere at Madam Ava Couture. I'm still mainly on Twitter because that bastard has not chased me off yet. But for streaming stuff, you can find me, because I forgot to mention this at the beginning, on Saturday, I will be on the Lore Mistresses channel for some fake couple shenanigans for a game of, let me pull it up again, Eyes on the Prize. So that will be on at 9 a.m. EST. On the Exquisite Corpse Presents, it's going to be our Lunaison Sunray, our Thirsty for Lesbian campaign, where we are children from the Arthurian legend, their characters. And that's going to be at 1 p.m. EST. But that's really it for the time being. And as always, it's Black History Month, so reparations to the Black people that you know and love. Over to Evie.
Hi, I am Evie, the Disaster GM, or rather the disembodied voice thereof. I am the director of Alter Deco Archives and the GM for our current running stream, Empyrean Rising, a cipher system-based TTRPG set in a homebrew setting, where magic has been dormant for an era and is starting to wake up, which creates complications, and the would-be heroes that the story follows just keep doing stuff. There was a bear. They brought a wild bear, summoned a wild bear into the middle of a cliffside city, and thought it would be a good idea to just be like, okay, find your way home. So we're dealing with that. Our next session will be on the 25th. We run every other Sunday at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific. And I love my disastrous little chaos gremlins, because damn. But yeah, so I am very tired and just rambling. I have been the disembodied soul of Locke, and I am passing it over to who hasn't gone?
Foos.
Yes,
Just
me.
Foos?
Yeah, I think we got everyone else. Yeah.
Okay, Foos. Passing it back to Foos.
I mean, fuck it, I'll go again. I'm Joe, and
I'm
And
Joe.
I'm just
This
like, I think
sucks.
everybody's gone. I think everybody's gone, but I can't. I'm not sure.
You're good.
Yeah, we're all
Good.
set. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Awakenings. As we mentioned, we have our finale of Legacy, which is nuts because that was a campaign that started when I was in high school, and we're finishing it tomorrow. And my brain almost doesn't understand that. So we're gonna be doing that, and then next week we're having our doubleheader of Awakenings on Thursday and Friday. So tune in for that. It's going to be exciting. And then I think Difficult Terrain comes back that week as well. We're off this week, and then we should be back the next. But yeah, we have some exciting things coming up, as well as Nutters, as he mentioned. He's going to do some Shadowrun stuff, so that's exciting too. But yeah, I again want to thank my wonderful cast. This is super awesome, especially as, you know, this is the first time I'm playing with some of you, and you're fucking knocking it out of the park. It's amazing. Thank you very much for also your patience in some of the jank that was happening, but also in being here. It is so much fun. But as we always do, we end our stream with a raid. So I usually try and find someone that I have never heard of or seen before, and we're gonna go raid Valdrianth. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm trying my best. But they're playing some D&D, and I don't know. We're gonna go say hi to them. I don't think I've ever seen them streaming in the D&D space, so maybe they're very busy and I don't know. But we're gonna go say hi. So we're gonna go start the raid. Give them some love. Say hello. What's up? What's up?
Who won the inspiration?
Why?
I don't know. You normally announce it. Just
No, I usually say it at the end of the beginning of the next run.
do you?
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
She announces it after.
I guess we do it in the
rating.
post. Yeah, I just thought you were forgetting stuff. I was trying to be helpful.
No,
Now I'm just an asshole.
I've only done that like when it was hilariously unanimous. That's when I announced it, because I was like, "Don't even. It's fine." Like the one person who didn't vote for themselves obviously is not the person, but everyone else voted for them. So no, I normally wait until the beginning of the next episode.
All right, well,
so it's a nice
color
surprise
me
for them.
mistaken.
How dare you, Joe? It's Black History Month anyway. We're
Yeah!
gonna go. We're gonna go. Good night, everyone. Thanks for